And as I turned round, this guy hit her, and he hit her so hard that he knocked her out, knocked her unconscious, but he'd hit her so hard that she had a seizure. People watching won't know much about it, but what's happened throughout my life with my mum has been kind of a bit of a crazy ride for me. So that was one. So if I point to a tough time in my life, it was during that period when my mum, it was when I was about 14, 15, 16. My mum and dad split up. I've told you about that before. And then my mum kind of went off the rails a little bit. She was heavy drinking. Then she went through a series of different partners. That was a really tough time because at that age you need stability, and I didn't have it. My brother didn't have it, so it was a crazy time. And one of the toughest times for me was a period where there was one night I was woken up. I don't know if I've told you about this before, but I was woken up with hearing screaming and shouting, and my mum had. So I came out of my bedroom. And my mum, in the bedroom, my mum had got a man that she was currently seeing. And then in the doorway was a man that she'd just stopped seeing.
Oh, no.
And at that age, you don't know what's going on anyway. So the man who was there, the man who'd come, who was like, who she was seeing previously,
The ex.
was going crazy. And he was punching my mum in the face.
Oh, no.
Like, because my mum was trying to stop him getting to the other guy, and so he was closed fist punching my mum in the face, and it was like it's horrendous, like it's horrible, really really horrible. So I ran outside, I ran to a neighbour, knocked on the door because I was panicking, because it was serious. It was, do you know what I mean? This was.
How old were you in that time?
Maybe 14, 15.
Okay.
So this is a time where.
She was still a child.
Where you hear in the news where somebody's been killed, or do you know what I mean? So those were things that were going through my mind. So I ran to a neighbour, knocked on the door, asked for help, and when I was asking for help, I turned round and my mum had come running out, and she told me since that she thought that the guy had taken me, like to kidnap me.
Yeah.
So she came running out of the house.
Looking for you.
Yeah, and we were on the other side of the road at the neighbour's house. And as I turned round, this guy hit her, and he hit her so hard that he knocked her out, knocked her unconscious, but he'd hit her so hard that she had a seizure.
Gee.
Pavement. And then whoever he was with, he got in the car and they drove off.
And the other guy?
I don't know. I don't remember any of the rest of it, kind of thing.
It's like a Mexican.
It's horrible. So yeah, but like at the time, it was It's ridiculous. I mean, he'd knocked all of her front teeth out. She got no front teeth, and like these are traumatic events.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That are really tough moments, and so to get through that, my mum then went on to. So that wasn't the end of the Mexican soap opera. My mum then went on to. She actually got committed to a psychiatric hospital. I don't know if you knew that.
After that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So because she obviously kind of lost her mind and everything else, she went into a psychiatric hospital. I then had to live on my own. So I then went and I was given a council house and to live on my own. And I remember at that stage, the first night that I was living there, I just had a bed. And I was just in on the top floor of this block of flats in a council estate. And
you said you were 15.
Yeah. So, and I remember having a bed, an old bed, and I don't know where I'd got it from. And that was kind of all the possessions that I had, because all my other stuff, clothes and whatever, was in other places. And I remember sitting on the bed, and I remember thinking, right, this is it. This is like,
this is life. This is
this is life. And so okay, let's from here, I've got to move forward. I can't get less than what I have right now. I've got a bed. Yeah. Luckily, I've got a roof over my head, and so then I went on to get my first job and things like that.
But do you think that experience make you like what you are now? Strong.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But I'm saying, so traumatic events can happen.
Yeah.
I've just realised something. This is live podcasting. This is.
And that light's off.
I've not got the light on. Well, this is always going to happen for the first one, right? So I'm saying, like, there's traumatic events that happen in people's lives and then you have choices to make. And when I was sat on the bed on my own, I had a choice to make at that moment. That what do I do from here? It can fall apart for me. Life can fall apart, or I can make a go of it and make it happen and
move forward.
And that's what it is when you go through your toughest moments. There's fight or flight. Your fight or flight instinct comes in. Do you fight this or do you run away? Do you battle through it, or do you say, okay, I'm giving up now and that's it, it's over?
Yeah.
And it's important to always fight and know that in the future there's something better coming.
Yeah.
And know that that's going to happen.